Hey guys, it's your boy. We're back with more Marvel Future Fight content, and today I really want to put some light and some insight on something that has been happening in the game for a long time, but specifically after this particular update that we just got with Doctor Strange, something really needs to be fixed, or this can be really worse for the game in the future as well. Also, if these things, whatever I'm going to talk about, happen, the gap between the spenders and low spenders, or I should say the total free to play players, is gonna be extremely massive. It's already really hard for low spenders or mediocre players who actually spend maybe once in a while they get Stark Stash and everything else. So the gap is already very big, and if you really want to play Marvel Future Fight at a competitive level, ABX top 16 alliance, and if you're pushing ranks, Alliance Conquest and any other game mode basically, apart from the solo game modes like World Boss and everything, it is extremely hard already for most of the players to actually reach out and to actually compete with the players who actually spend a lot in the game. Now, this video, as I'm saying before starting all of that, this video is not to rant about or not to bitch about any of the players. Every player has their own, stuff in the game. They are free to pay, they are free to play, whatever. They can spend whenever they want. They don't want to spend, they can save. This video is not to offend or anything about any players. The issue and the video is about the devs doing something that needs to be fixed. And now, yes, let me just start the talk from the freaking swords. Yes, we got them. Everyone got a really good boost. Specifically, if you have them built up, you can get really insane value. Specifically, if you look at the stats here, so this is actually a VIP 20 account that I'm taking a look at, and I just chose this account just to show you how ridiculous the amount of attack and the buffs that we are getting if you actually pay for them. Anyways, so if you look at the stuff right now, we have 36% extra attack, we have 9% physical attack, 15% energy attack. So that's energy attack total, that's about like 50% extra attack alone from the swords. And yes, you can still try to get them free to play way. That's actually much better because it will take you grind if you don't have the return rune. Obviously, it will take you time to actually, if you really want to get something like this, a 6 full star full color sword, that's gonna take time, and then people actually have advantage when they pay, but that's all right. At least that's kind of balanced out. Even if people get something like this or they get these ones, you can still try to get like 4 same colors or 5 same colors on the swords. I myself have a 5 star, so I can totally say that that is definitely achievable free to play way. Thus the only thing is that you have to grind a lot more, you have to be patient a lot more, and you have to be very careful of what you're making. Apart from the swords, that actually goes, we recently just received the freaking team up collection right here. Now this actually this is gonna make a big issue in the near future if they keep giving us some of these themes things. The reason why I say, now you guys know that Jean Grey, obviously we got this uniform. It has been some time since Jean Grey got this uniform, and she became literally the best overall value character in the game. You can use her with a PvE CDP, a Judgment or a Rage, and you can still use her in PvP. Like, no, most of the characters cannot do that. She can only do that. She is in top, literally she's on top of the PvP line. Also, she's on top in the PvE line. She can do World Boss, she can do ABX, she can do ABL. She is meta in every single day and game mode that she plays on. Unless, of course, there are certain counters to Jean Grey like Adam Warlock and other characters, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't change the value that Jean Grey provides. And I'm super happy. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You pay basically 1500 crystals for this native tier 2 uniform. She's expensive, 1.5, 1.6 times the cost of a normal character. But in the long term, who's gonna beat Jean Grey now? Like, that is the main question. PvP, yes, you can just drop some counters like Adam Warlock. She can still kill Adam Warlock. She can literally ace Adam Warlock as well. She can basically kill any character in the game, and as she should. She's a tier 4 native tier 2. We needed that, and that's a good thing. The bad part starts in the PvE value of this character. So this is an overall overpoweredness, literally the most overpowered character in the whole Marvel Future Fight at the moment, I think. She's everywhere, Of course, I'm going to touch the fact that Tamlin battle is a nightmare for new players or mediocre players now. Every single team has Jean Grey, every single team has Wolverine, every single team has Adam Warlock tier 4. Every single guy these days have that. New players, mediocre players, even if they get them to tier 4, I myself have Jean Grey, Wolverine as well as Adam Warlock to tier 4 on my account. But guess what? I lose 50% to 60% of my matches if I play autoplay. I lose 30% to 40% of the matches if I play manually. And when I say manually, I do have a mighty Rage Gene. I do have a mighty, I think, CTP of energy. I think normal CTP of energy, Adam Warlock, and I do have a mighty Greed Wolverine. So it's not like I'm running the base CTPs. I do have the force CTPs. Yes, I can make them build better. Cards definitely come into the place, but that does not change the fact that no matter what I do, literally, no matter what I do, I cannot catch up to the cards, builds, and the stats that the players provide for the whale accounts. Because they paid for it, obviously they got better stats. No matter what I can do, I cannot catch up to them in PvP. So I try to do that in PvE, and I play the game modes like World Boss Legend, Alliance Battle Extreme, Alliance Battle Legend. I try to make up for that and have fun in the game. Fun is all about, right? But then this thing comes, drops. Jean Grey was totally OP, and as you can see in this tab right here, Team Up Collection Shield Archive, the Team Up Collection that we get right now is giving Phoenix, the Jean Grey, 10% extra fire damage, 10% extra fire resist. That is all the Team Up Collection has been doing. But guess what? See the screenshot. Jean Grey today, it's actually from one of my friends, Max, in the ODS Alliance, Odyssey. So he got freaking 19 million with Jean Grey in today's ABX. Brilliant Rage, I think, and everything maxed out, I believe. But freaking 19 million. Who's gonna beat Jean Grey? Like, she already was OP. She was getting, I think he was getting about 18.2 to 18.5 or something. He got with the 10% fire damage and 10% fire resist. I'm not sure if the resist actually helped that much. Let's just focus on the 10% fire damage. He got 500k extra score. Even if a new meta comes, say we have been talking about, say, Captain Marvel for the Universal Female Alliance Battle Legend Day, or if a Universal villain comes around, which is like Loki, if somebody's already capping with Jean Grey, who's gonna build Loki? And if Loki comes around, he has to score freaking 19 plus million. He has to beat this guy, this girl. It's just the overall value. Yes, you can still say that maybe Loki is just made for Alliance Battle Legend. He might take over Black Bolt. He might take over maybe Thanos. And Jean Grey stays. Jean Grey stays. Again, that is the issue. She has been staying in the meta for too long. And now she's so overpowered, nobody can take her place at the moment. And this thing just made it even worse. So this is actually the build. So X-Force, if you complete this is the one that actually is giving Jean Grey the max buffs. So we have the plus 10 on this thing. You already get 30% attack from the level 15 of this, and 5% extra pierce. Not to all of the characters you will not get, but if you go here and like check some of the characters like Jean Grey and everything, the stats are ridiculous, and that definitely counts in in the grand scheme of things. When you go into certain game modes, it will reflect, and it's insane. And what you see right here, if you go to Team of Collection X-Force, you can see the characters. Jean Grey is not listed here. Then why is she getting so much? Because if you get and check the list, actually not even have to go here, she's getting to mutant allies. Third one actually gives to all the mutant allies. It's not just for the theme update. You get 5% fire resist. Then you move around. Then you get mind resist, of course, for some characters. Then you get HP and all. Then you get 5% extra fire damage from this thing. So it's very minimal when you see this. But some of these stats, I think these only applies to the X-Force, but some of these stats seems very minimal, but they are making big differences. I tried the Dr. Octopus because he's part of the Sinister 6 one, of course, when you go check here. So all this thing is applying to Dr. Octopus. So he does have 22% extra attack. I think he should show 28% or something pierce now. Let me just check this. So yeah, look and see. I have 28% pierce on Dr. Octopus. 28%. That does add over the 25% that we had from the cards. So you get extra peers on the characters. He is already OP. He was already unbeatable. Literally the one of the, I think, the best combat character in the whole game in terms of the whole value. He can do world boss, like literally go through really high stages. ABX, ABL, he can do. PvP, he's not made for PvP. Let's just not talk about that. But he was already OP. That's why he was able to beat a lot of these characters. And now, well, I was scoring about 14 million with this Doctor Strange with a maxed out Brilliant Rage in the previous season. And that was the snare. I had to swap to M'Baku to cancel. Now, I'm probably gonna score 14.5 or something plus with this guy, maybe even close to cap. So if he can get closer to cap now, and he has been in the game for quite some time now, even if a new character in the combat category, say Apocalypse, comes around, who's gonna build Apocalypse unless he scores like 2 million more than him or is much more easier than him? So all I want to say is the power creep is really insane now, and I don't like it. The reason I don't like it, I don't mind people getting what they pay for. They paid for these things and they get it. I'm totally happy with that. Actually, I'm happy for those players who actually can get the most out of their characters now. But now it creates an issue in my all feature fight, resulting in certain uniforms like Doctor Strange, which we literally just got, what, 2 days ago, and he's utter shit at the moment in the game compared to the uniform. It's not a big upgrade. Yes, you can still score some good amount of scores in ABX, but who's gonna freaking build Doctor Strange when you have the amazing, insane Magneto covering all freaking blast days in ABX, ABL, and is amazing in World Boss Legend as well? Why would you build Doctor Strange? And this uniform is an year-old uniform. The winter is coming, obviously, soon. So for 1 year, this guy has been meta, and he still will stay meta until maybe someone like Mephisto comes around with a native tier 3 uniform and a tier 4 and become even more overpowered. But then again, the power creep comes into the place. And like, we got Black Panther. Black Panther, okay, some people thought, okay, let's just say Shaft Panther for now, for people who are actually happy, who were happy with Black Panther uniform and everything. Yes, World Boss Legend you can do. Silence season, because Moon Knight doesn't have silence, Black Panther was beating Moon Knight. But guess what, guys? We have the Midnight Suns. And Midnight Suns has freaking Moon Knight in there. He's getting 23% attack. Probably extra PS, it should show. Yes, we have 28% PS. So he has a really big buff, a 23% attack buff and a 3% pierce buff on top of some of the buffs that they're getting. Instinct attack. He's getting 1000 instinct attack. Instinct attack is like really valuable in terms of PvE value. So he's even more OP now, and Black Panther is totally shafted because he cannot even get closer to Black Panther. Like, Black Panther cannot get closer to this guy because he was already amazing. This uniform came out last year, or maybe more. I forgot when the Moon Knight season 1 came out. Season 2 is around the corner. If they do another season and maybe a uniform, something like this, maybe similar uniform, maybe some changes to his kit, he was already amazing. And he still stays the meta. After this long time, Black Panther really got shafted, only World Boss Legend now. And if he gets another uniform with the season 2, he's back at the top again in the combat category. So, like, the characters which was already OP, like, we know Luna of course got this paywall uniform. A lot of people were not happy with this thing because it was a paywall uniform and they wanted to get Luna for free, at least for crystals, but they could not. But this uniform became meta in ABX as well as Alliance Battle Legend. And specifically in Alliance Battle Legend, I've shown you guys 14.5 plus runs with this girl. I also showed you a screenshot in the community post that I did cap with this girl. And I was able to cap once again because guess what? Do you think Luna is getting anything from this thing? Let's just check out here. You check this thing. To human allies, Luna is human, so she gets 5% cold resist. Then again to human allies and everything. Like, you can just check it out. She gets 5% cold resist and she gets 5% cold damage. 5% and her score increased like 400k something, or 300k or 400k for me. I kept with this Luna. First run, I had to try a couple of times before with the speed team, and now she caps. So now any speed character comes into the game, who's gonna replace Luna? Unless you don't even have Luna, and then you can just move for that. But that's the exact point. We have OP characters in the game. Why make them more OP when you know you have update every single month? We get 2 to 3 tier 4s every single month. And if you keep doing this, like Doctor Strange got shafted, I think, unless they buff him now. Black Panther got shafted. Now who's next? That is the main thing. So you basically build a character and maybe just play her forever or something like that. Unless someone even more OP comes around, which I don't think is going to happen any sooner. Unless for a certain day or a restriction. So the whole point of making this video is to let the devs know. I hope this video reaches out to the dev. I'll try and post it, maybe share it if you do think that this video is going to be helpful for near future. The whole point of making this video is the power creep is already insane. It got insane after the swords even more, and now because of this, the gap between the players who spend a lot on the game and the gap compared to the players who don't spend or spend very less, say get stock just few months here and there, maybe every month, it's gonna be humongous. And that is something, you know. So I don't like it. It's not good for the game in the long term. And what's gonna happen? They have to raise the cap again. Like they have to literally raise the 18 million ABX cap and 15 million Alliance Battle Legend cap very soon if this keeps going. And this is just the starting. We get more of these. We get more buffs. The OP characters already will get even more OP. And I literally really vote against it because that's not good for the game in the long term. It really kills the fun. Yes, it's nice that you can use the same character over and over again. You don't have to spend materials or build something new. But if you don't build something new, maybe every once in a while, every update, where's the fun in it? You'll eventually get bored, basically, of playing the same character again. You will probably wish for new metas to come. So I hope they do something about this. I'm not sure what they can do. They have really increased the power creep to the maximum now. The OP characters are even more OP now, and I don't like it. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about this issue, which I think absolutely is a big issue for Marvel Future Fight's future. And the characters that we get in the future, like Doctor Strange. Even Alex was literally actually ranting about this guy, and Alex has him tier 4 and he was disappointed. That's the point. What is the point of building a new character when they can't perform? And I think the reason why they actually made Doctor Strange like this is because of this whole thing going on. They don't want more power creep, so they're really nerfing characters now, or not giving them OP uniform. But now they have started the trend of OP uniforms. If they don't give OP uniform to these characters now, they're useless. You know? So, I don't know. I know, sorry for the long rant video, but I really thought that this issue had to be, I had to say something about this. I couldn't just sit down and, I don't know. I had to give you guys some insight and let you guys really know about the reality. And this is the reality of Marvel Future Fight right now. And honestly, I love this game and I don't want this to go along for a long time. But also I want players to have fun and not get stuck because of the paywall thing that's going on. Anyways, let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about the issue or this whole topic. Share this video if you do think this can reach the devs and maybe something good can happen. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you are still watching, you have stuck with me for a long time. And yeah, if you do enjoy the content and if you do like the video, give this video a like, share with your friend in the community and maybe in the forums, and hopefully the devs will do something to balance things out for the future updates. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.